Hello everybody, Flik here, and it's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are looking at A Wizard's Lizard by Lost Decade Games. This game was previously known as Crypt Run, apparently. I don't necessarily agree that they've changed it to something better, because I think there's a little bit of innuendo there, but maybe that's on purpose, I don't know. Either way, the game is a roguelike RPG. I would compare it to The Binding of Isaac in the manner in which it plays, also the way it progresses. However, there is a bit more permanent progression, in a manner of speaking, that Binding of Isaac lacks. We will jump in here. I don't think it will replay this tutorial. No, it won't. I've already done that, sadly. So what the setup is that you are playing as... Oh, damn, I can't remember his name now. You're playing as the wizard's pet lizard, and I can't remember either of their names, unfortunately. I really should have written those down. Either way, he is attempting to concoct a alchemical potion to give him control over the dead so he can bring back his dead wife. Death takes offence to him trying to circumvent the laws of death and curses him, takes him away, and curses this whole village as well. And then you are kind of tasked, or you're not really tasked, you just kind of take it upon yourself to try and rescue him from the clutches of death. And the game has very interesting mechanics. Like I say, it plays very similarly to Binding of Isaac. It even looks a bit similar in the sense of how it's this kind of top-down. I can attack in different directions. I'm equipped with just a basic blade right now. The lighting is dynamic, by the way, which I like a lot, although it is a bit dark. Not in the sense of the Binding of Isaac dark. You're not killing kind of your siblings and whatever else and bits of gore. It's very cartoony, but it's deceptive, I think, in the manner in which it looks. By the way, this is kind of like the museum area where there's statues here of enemies I've killed, or Hall of Graves as it calls it. So these are all the various enemy types I've killed at least one of so far. I've been to about 3 areas. I've killed one boss, so this guy here. There's also a hall for weapons, I believe, and then a hall for passive equipment. So what is this? Oh, this is enemies from the sewer area. I don't think I want to spoil that because I'm not going to be going there. Let's go. Where's the weapons one? There is definitely one for weapons, and I'm pretty sure the armor one is on the bottom right. Yeah, here's the weapon. So I've not had many weapons so far. The basic dagger is the thing I'm equipped with now. I've had a boomerang which functions much the same way. And the axe was also, I think every weapon is thrown, but the axe could also bounce, so even though it's slightly slower than the dagger. And here's all the various bits of passive stuff I've gotten. So this armor setup here, that increases your defense. In fact, I can press on them for a bit of description, I think. Yeah, that's a ring of minor defense. And then there's this ranger gear which like made me move faster and throw further, I believe. So yeah, in a kind of Rogue Legacy-esque way, things you've collected appear here in a collection so that you, for the completionists among you, I would suppose. You can't equip them though. The only way you can equip stuff in the town is by buying them. I'm not sure what purpose this area has. You have to rescue more townsfolk apparently from the various dungeons currently in the game. By the way, I should point out that this is a press build that I've been sent. I don't think it classes as being finished per se, but the game is being released on the 22nd of January, and they are currently trying to get on Steam Greenlight. So as always, in the description below there'll be a link to the website for the game, and then also their Greenlight page, if you want to support what you're seeing here. And oh, I've got to get this out of the way. This is the shopkeeper, and it must be on purpose that he looks like the shopkeeper from Spelunky, right? It just must be. Which I like, I approve of. So yeah, if I had the gold, you always start with the 500 gold up the top there, but that's not enough to buy any of these weapons, sadly. And if I go up here and go to the right, I will come to the doors for the various accesses to the different dungeons. So yeah, we've got some kind of swamp there. What's he saying? Yeah. I got into the sewers by finishing the crypt without coming back here, although it looks like I haven't done whatever criteria needs to be met to keep that door open forever. And then this is... oh no, that's the crypt, so it must be the graveyard or something I did first, right? I can't remember what it's called now. Cemetery. Yeah, so this is how it plays. You get... I think it's all randomised layout, random rooms. Fruit gives you more health back. Now, as I was saying, the game does have an interesting mechanic involving death, and I'll show it off sooner or later, but let me just kind of clear out a few of these enemies first of all. So you see those ghosts moving around there? They are harmless to me at present. I can just kind of walk through them. They can't do anything. It doesn't count the room as being occupied as long as you're living. But strange things happen when you die, and sometimes you have to actually go out of your way to die. And I hope to maybe come across a puzzle which will require me to do that rather than just killing myself for the hell of it. Or maybe I'll find a hard room. I would complain that the areas where you're living are actually maybe a bit too dark. I guess that's on purpose. Unless you've got mood lighting like you do here. However, you can also accidentally just kind of destroy it. What have we got in this chest? That is the Ring of Defense, I believe, or whatever it's called. Yeah, and I've already picked it up, so it doesn't tell you. It would be nice if it still reminded you of what the item was when you pick it up by just like flashing it up on the screen, the item name. I would quite like that. And I assume you've already seen, but in the top left is my health. You do take quite a bit of damage per... Oh, it's a mimic! I didn't know this was a thing. Okay. He dropped a good amount of gold though. So if I do the dungeon and go back to the town, I would be able to afford a different weapon. You do sometimes come across rooms where... Is this a mimic? No, this is actually an item. Ah, helmet, more defense, excellent. You do sometimes come across rooms where they're positive. I came across a room just filled with gold before. Oh, I hate these owl things, because when you start you're so slow that they can really close the gap between you super quick. This is a room I definitely don't really want to come back through if I am in the land of the dead. So I think these always spawn zombies if you walk over them. I think. Anyway, let's try that again. Yeah, that seems to be the case. So they're just environmental hazards to avoid. So I hope you see what I mean when I was saying it has a much more cartoony vibe to it than The Binding of Isaac. It doesn't have the kind of the sinister backdrop that Isaac has, where you're killing your fetus siblings and murdering your own mother, etc. And there's no blood. It's all kind of like people are exploding into little giblets, but they're cute giblets. But that doesn't mean that the game's easy. I actually do find the game quite challenging. Obviously this is the first area, so it's not exactly pushing me to my limit here. Oh, I've never seen these yellow crates before. Let's hit them in. They've got bigger explosion radiuses by the looks. That's fine. This is a room that doesn't seem to have any monsters in it. But it does have a chest, or is it a mimic? No, it is a chest, and those are more defense in the form of boots. I have also found a secret. I accidentally hit the wall once and it turned out I could destroy it, and that gave me instant access to a forest of some kind. Ah, we have a shopkeeper. I found out to my detriment by total accident you can fight the shopkeeper. I did win actually, so he's not as hard as you might think to kill, but these kind of things like throw fire at you and whatnot. Another thing I would hope that gets changed, you can't just examine stuff I don't think, you have to just like buy it. So like I'm trying to press A here, oh, and I should also point out, I totally forgot to mention this, although I did make it clear I was using a pad. I think the game is pad only because when I loaded it up I didn't have a pad in and it didn't seem to accept my keyboard presses, so I don't know if that was just a hiccup or whatever. Either way it's fine using the keyboard. Makes it easier to throw diagonally as well. So maybe that's actually why you have to use a keyboard. Anyway, there's no way of me knowing what this thing is until I pick it up. And even then I might not know. It's a lantern. Oh, so I've got a light source. Good. That is actually a good thing. Bit expensive for a light source. I know what that does. That's just a small restore, and I guess that'll be a full restore. Do I want to fight the shopkeeper? No. I mean, if I'm going to fight him, I might as well do that first and then take his contents of his shop. So the map is in the top right, however it only ever shows the 3x3 grid, and the map is actually bigger than the 3x3 grid. I don't know if there's a button to get the whole view. Ah, now this is interesting. I can't walk through this, but I need that key to get access to the sewers. Those stones do not exist in the land of the dead, so if I was dead right now I would be able to walk in and get the key. Am I just going to throw my life away? Oh, a blueprint. Why didn't I save my money? I don't have any blueprints yet. These make you be able to buy stuff permanently back at your base, I think. What did she say again? Buy a blueprint and you'll be able to purchase the new item from Amberfall. Right. So yeah, the reason I'm not instantly throwing my life away yet is I want to know if there's any respawn circles nearby. They're one use only, and yeah there is. That's a respawn circle on the floor there. However, I'm definitely going to need to clear this room out first. Those orcs are annoying. They chuck twin daggers at you, yeah, like that. In fact, I find the owls the hardest to deal with because they either come straight for you super quick or they bounce around erratically, and you can't like prepare yourself for the direction. Once you get some gear that increases your range, it isn't so bad because you can get them before they come to you. Let's see what's in here. Oh, and werewolves are pretty bad too. More defense in the form of gloves. Fine. Let's see if we can get rid of him. We did indeed. I'm just going to check what's in this room over here because I'm here. If I lose some more health... Oh, I found the boss. Whoops. Right. I've killed this guy only once before. I did it just before I started recording, in fact, and then the game actually crashed, unfortunately. It counted my progress of killing him though because I saw his statue when we were looking in the museum. It's just kind of hung when I got to the second area. I'm not sure if that was something at my end. Oh, I didn't realise you could throw it that far, mister. Now last time I killed this guy I was using the axes, and I swear I'm doing more damage with just the basic blade. However, I can't know for sure. There's an upgrade that lets you see exactly how much damage you're doing. I think it might be nice to just have that as an option altogether. Like on. So his basic attacks, he throws the mace at you and kind of gets stuck for a few seconds. He goes on a spinning rampage as you saw. Then he pauses to summon a wave of zombies. and then he'll slowly stop spinning any second now, and then it repeats from the start. So he has very obvious tells. He takes quite a beating, but once you know his techniques, he's actually fairly easy to kill. I didn't find it much trouble at all. Also, excuse me, I'm going to shout at my dog now because she's cleaning herself next to me. Maya, stop cleaning yourself. It makes me throw up in my mouth. You having to hear that noise? Right, we'll get back to the fight against the commander. That was very close. So he's below half health. And now he's going on his spinning rampage. This is the bit that always hits me. Now, last time I fought him, I had a lot of armor and he was only doing 5 a hit. However, I think I don't have as much this time, so he's actually doing more to me. And now he's going to summon the spawn of zombies, yeah. By the way, these semi-transparent skull piles on the floor, if I was currently in the land of the dead, if I was doing that thing that I will show off eventually, don't worry, they constantly spawn zombies for, I think they have a cut-off point where they stop if you don't destroy them before that happens, but it behooves you to kill them quicker than that. Otherwise you have to deal with tons of these bony ghost dealies walking around the place. Right, I think he'll probably go through one more sequence and then that'll be him dead. Get over here and chuck your mace at me. Circle strafe, just treat it like Monstro 2 and you'll do fine. That's the way. Yeah, he's going to get through his foot. Oh, I thought you were going to stop and summon your guys. But I made a horrible mistake there. Oh, he's still... yeah. I do know his sequence, honestly. I just totally forgot that he was doing his spinny thing first. He is still only doing 5 damage to me, so maybe I have either the same armor or he just does set damage. I'm just going to finish him off, if possible. I just want him to die. No, not going to get him, am I? No. The zombies are blocking his body. There we go, got him. Luckily the chain doesn't damage you, it's just the mace. And I did it without going to the land of the dead, which is extra good. Now I should get a reward room. Yep, I do indeed. And it's actually kind of handy that I'm so close to death, because now I can go back and get the key to the sewers, or whatever the secondary is called. Ah, boomerang again. Alright, so as you might expect, you throw the boomerang, it comes back. You don't need to wait for it to come back. Now, I need to go kill myself and then get the key. I assume I still need the key even though I've picked it up once before. But let's just get myself killed here. And we'll go to the land of the dead, which I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but is much brighter than the land of the living. And all those ghosts now become active enemies. And we'll take this key here and then go back down here to respawn. I'm going to have to clear out the enemies first because you have to stand still in the middle of the circle for quite a while. But luckily it's just those bony guys. There we go. And we will respawn like that. And now I'm back to the land of the living. You start on half health when you resurrect yourself in this manner, but it's required to solve the puzzles, which is the interesting twist on the gameplay I was talking about. So there was a door. That's another thing I would change. I don't usually point out so many things I would change, but on the map you should mark where exits are, because if I looked at the map here I would assume this was a dead end room, but there is actually a door out of the place. So there we go, that was dungeon completed. And it should just throw me straight into the sewer. Now hopefully this will not crash this time. If it does, I'll do a quick restart back into the game, I guess, depending on how long that was. Let's see. Seems fine so far. Oh, so little spider things come out of those clusters when I kill them. Right, so I don't have any experience here, as I said. Oh, and they poison you! Fun. I don't have any experience here about most of the enemies because, as I say, I got here and the game crashed. I think something spat out of this, right? Or did I imagine? No, it is, it is. Alright. I'm guessing all these blocks would disappear if I was dead as well. Can I walk over that? Let's test. Yeah, I can. That's good. Throw diagonally for great justice. That is not diagonally. That is. There we go. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself with Wizard's Lizard so far, and please don't take that sentence out of context. But I am enjoying it. I think maybe the visual style might put people off thinking it's a kids game. It most certainly is not. I would say it's hard to judge challenge without spending a lot more time with it, so I can only go on my first impressions here. Oh, that turned into a monster, did it? Can I kill them? Yeah, I can. Muck monster. I can only go on my first impressions because I've only spent about half an hour with the game so far prior to this recording. It feels like it's got a good difficulty curve. I'm not sure how long it is as well, if there is only the 4 areas and I've already gotten through the first. Is this another ring of defense? Oh, well hang on, that's a ring of defense, so what was this one? See, that's the problem. It really should pop up what they are, so I can't be expected to remember what every item in the game does. I mean, granted, if I played it long enough, maybe I would. So that's some kind of poison ring, maybe poison immunity. And that's a map of the area, which is largely pointless because, again, it doesn't show you where exits are or anything like that. I could fight the shopkeeper for funsies, but I'm not going to. I do enough of that in Spelunky. Right, some of these are going to be enemies, obviously. Probably the ones generating light sources. Yep. Right, pop back up. There we go. Any more? I think all these are fake. Right. Carry on then. Oh, what is that? It's a big ass crystal that fires balls of death. Ah, I got killed by one of those spike things. I wasn't paying attention. Still, that's obviously not the end, because now I can fight it in the world of the dead, and I'm doing the exact same thing I just did. It's because I want to stay on the outside so it gives me plenty of time to dodge his attacks, but at the same time... Ah, that's weird, the doors are open, so I can leave if I wanted. I love that this lets me hit him twice. Ah, I keep on walking into the damn spikes. Which does more damage, getting hit by those spikes or the attacks from this thing? In fact, this is what I should have been doing. It's so obvious to me now, I'm rusty at Isaac. Can you tell? Or Isaac type games obviously, but you know what I mean. If I was still playing Isaac as much as I have in the past, I certainly wouldn't be having as much trouble with a room like this, I think. Right, first kill, slime crystal. Was that a boss? Did I get a treasure room now? Well, there's treasure here. Oh, a new type of armour. Steel gauntlets, obviously a better tier than leather, so that's fine. Eyeballs of doom. It really is Binding of Isaac. Oh, they're a bit more aggressive. That's hard to deal with. By the way, if you die while you're dead, so to speak, it's game over. You just go back to the town, start over with your 500 gold, etc. Although, monsters you've killed, items you picked up, etc., they all appear in the museum place. IOEI? Is that how you pronounce that? I survived! I need to find a resurrection circle, like, really quick. Is this going to kill me? No, I didn't mean to walk back. My bad. Nope, can't walk on this. Are you alive? Nope. Oh, there's something in the pool. Okay. Oh, frame rate taking a bit of a hit there. Huh, he popped up, sprayed, and then let me leave. Oh, a villager I can save! Please don't die. I want to see what happens when you rescue a villager. I've never seen this. Oh, this zombie is taking a beating. Oh. Ah, there's spawners for these undead guys, isn't there? Oh, why would you be a mimic? No! No, 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 no! Oh, is the mimic still alive? And my dog's barking right next to me because she's looking for that meal. Maya, shut up! I'm busy. I'm trying to free a civilian or a townsperson, whatever. And now panicking. Let's see what we can do here. Right. Oh, they turn into those. Ah! Screw it, just go for it. No! That is so annoying. I wanted to see. I so wanted to see. So this is what happens when you die. You see your time taken, the final score, and you can play again. It'll put me right back in Amberfall. Yep, that's what it's called. You get your 500 gold, you get your ball to bounce around. And you can just jump back into it. I think the shopkeeper's... Yeah, his stock doesn't seem to change at this point. I haven't found any blueprints yet, so I guess that's why. Or I have. It's just I've never had the 5 grand required to buy one of them when I find it. What else have we got in here? Yep, so... steel gauntlets, intricately crafted, flexible gloves made of steel. Oh yeah, those 2 rings were different. So this was what? This was Ring of Defense, provides magical benefits, and then this was Minor Defense. Yeah, you really do need to have the names of what you're picking up appear on screen just so that you can keep track of these things. I think it would help a lot. Still, I'll start another run just as I kind of wrap up my thoughts here. I think there's a lot of promise for this game if it continues to be expanded upon and maybe just gets tweaked a little beyond the version I'm currently playing. And do keep in mind, if you're watching this long after the fact, it may have changed quite considerably since the version I'm playing at this point. But, yeah, it's out on the 22nd of June. You can get directly from them, I believe. And they are currently trying to get on Steam Greenlight. The campaign for Greenlight only started the day... Actually, what day is this I'm recording on? It actually starts today, their Greenlight campaign. So the day, well, it won't be the day I'm uploading this, but the day I'm filming this is the day they are starting their Greenlight campaign. So this is your chance to get in, be one of the very first people to back this, getting onto Steam. Binding of Isaac obviously has a massive following on Steam. It's sold very well on the platform, but there's not many games that ape it. And I mean that as a compliment because it's a really good style of game. and of course there is the remake coming. And this might be another alternative to bide the time until you wait for that coming out, and apparently it's only half done, so you know it's a long way away. What I'm saying is there's room on Steam for more than one game with the roguelike elements seen in Binding of Isaac. And this is fun. The visual style might not be to everyone's taste, and you know, can't help that. If it just isn't your style, it isn't your style. But don't think that it's easy just because it looks like kids might enjoy this visual style, and like you're playing as a cute little lizard that sticks its tongue out when it throws weapons. It's challenging. I wouldn't say overly challenging. I wouldn't say it's unfair or anything. I'd say it's actually quite a fair difficulty. I mean, once you learn how enemies attack, it's fairly easy to avoid them. So experience pays off. So yeah, I would say it's worth a look. I'm not sure yet what price they're going to be charging, unfortunately, because as I say, it's not actually officially released yet. This is a press build. So you're going to have to look into that yourself and decide for yourself whether the price that they do eventually ask for is worth it. And if you don't want to get it, you can at least possibly show your support to the developer just by sharing the video, giving it a thumbs up, or going to vote for it on Greenlight, since that takes a second of your time basically. So this was The Wizard's Lizard, and I can't say that without laughing. I do apologise, I'm an incredibly immature person. Worth checking out. That is my final thoughts in this first impressions video. My name has been Flik. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun. Stay tuned for more content, more gaming stuff. Ta-ta for now, everybody.